So, you guys are interested in getting one of these bad boys? Well, you've made it to the right place, and I would call it the best place on YouTube to be for a septum piercing and all its information, because I am the master, clearly. Hello. Anyways, sorry that you had to watch that, but let's go into the cons of having a septum piercing. So, number one, the biggest con of them all is being able to hide just by going this or going like that. Look, it's magic, it's gone. Where'd it go? I don't know, but it's in here and no one knows you have it. Your parents don't know, your teachers don't know, anyone that you don't want to know you have it, they don't know. But you know the secret that's hiding in here. Anyways, I don't know what that was all about, but so you can just flip it up right inside your nose and it's gone. I can't feel it. If you first get it done and it's too big or something, you might be able to feel it slightly, but sometimes I forget I even have it in there because I can't feel it at all. So you can just flip it up, really simple to do. You can get it out. I know it looks like you're picking your nose, but just ignore everybody and just take it down. I have a rose gold one in. I had a silver one, and it was, when I first pierced it, it was a 14 gauge. Way too big for me. As far as, the gauge wasn't too big, it just looked, well, I guess the gauge was too big. It just looked too big for my face. So eventually I went down to a 16 gauge and I got custom little balls from Etsy just because they're smaller and more feminine looking. I just like smaller balls, I guess. I know that sounded weird, but and I wanted to get a rose gold one because rose gold looks better on my skin because I'm kind of olive skinned, and I don't know, I just like rose gold jewelry. So that is what I have in. This is a horseshoe. I have captive rings and just regular round ones without the little ball in the center, but I prefer this one just because, again, you can flip it up anytime if you have work or school, or you pierced it yourself like I did when I was 17 and wanted to hide it from my parents because rebellious times. But now I'm able to wear it whenever I want because I'm an adult. But I do want to look somewhat professional at my job, just because in the line of work that I'm in, I typically get older people and they don't really approve unless they're really cool, which I've come across a few cool old people that like crazy hair and piercings. But I just like to keep it more professional, just because I wish people were more accepting of tattoos and piercings, but that's life, and I guess it'll get better as time goes because people are definitely a lot more accepting than they used to be. But number one question that everybody asks: does it hurt? For me, I literally felt nothing. Literally felt nothing. I don't know if it was my adrenaline blocking the pain, but I pierced it myself. Everything was sterile. I got the kit on Amazon. Pierced it myself. Really, really nervous about it, but I did it, and literally didn't feel a thing. I was so happy about that. But again, I was probably just way too nervous to feel anything, I guess. A few days after, it was a little bit painful. number one product I recommend if you get a new piercing is H2 Ocean. It's in like a bottle thing with a spray top. It's in like a blue bottle with like a merman on it, I think. I think it's a merman. H2 Ocean is the best sea salt spray that I could ever think of. Like, that's the number one thing I use. Heals a lot faster than anything. Yeah, that's what I use for every single piercing. But as far as the price goes, if you go to a professional piercer, which I would recommend, but if you, I don't want to say if you're experienced, because I wasn't really experienced. I had pierced my own belly button before, so I figured, hey, if I can pierce my belly button, why not pierce something on my face? Because that's logical, right? It's not the smartest thing to do, but if you know what you're doing, I watched so many videos. I researched for like a few months before I did this. So I was good to go. I got it done, I got it even. I was very, very happy with how it came out. But I would recommend going to a professional just because, yeah. But I would say it's around $35 to $45 if you go to a professional, just depending on where you live. Of course, it's going to be different everywhere, but it's not crazy expensive. But what is my hair doing? My next piercing is going to be a Medusa, which is right in the center above your Cupid's bow. So I don't know when I'm going to get there, but I do want to get that. I just stubbed my toe. Ooh, that was fun. Anyways, I would say a con, which there aren't really many cons, would be when you flip it back down if it's been up in your nose for a while and there's some Klingons attached to it. Some Klingons attached to it that you have to clean off. Especially if you're in public and you want to flip it down and you don't know there's anything on it, but you look in the mirror when you get home and sure enough, it's been on there all day with people staring at you. So that would be the biggest con for me. I'm trying to think of cons because I really haven't had any cons. Well, maybe another con would be if you take your piercing out and then trying to put a new one in, finding the hole is a little bit tricky just because it's so small. I guess that would be the only con, but it's pretty much, everything has been great with this piercing. As far as bleeding, I had no bleeding, which again, I don't understand that at all, but my eyes barely watered. So I had a great experience with piercing my own septum, and the recovery time was like a week, 2 weeks maybe. I mean, I would wait like a full month to put a new piece of jewelry in. Well, no, I'd probably wait longer than a month. Probably a couple months. Before you take it out because it will get irritated. So give it time to heal. And it's a really easy piercing to take care of. Just spray it and with a Q-tip, spray the sea salt on it, on the Q-tip, and just wipe around the holes. So yeah, I can do another video of showing all of my rings that I have, but I mainly just wear this one, so it's not going to be that exciting. But if you have any questions, please let me know down below. I love answering people's questions. I love helping people. I love doing videos that you recommend. So I would love to do a video on something that you guys have for me to do. So love you guys, and if you're around people that don't support your piercings, just ignore them. It's ultimately for you. You know, if it makes you happy, if it makes you look cute, if you think it looks cute, then go for it. There's no one stopping you but yourself. So if you have negative people, just ignore them, because it's your face, your body, your life, and you don't need negative people. So that's all I have to say. Love you guys. Bye.